Workplace Lean can make your organization more effective. Let DMACC show you the smart, efficient, and profitable process.
Most of the time we take a gunshot approach and we put band-aids on problems, but we fail to look at it critically and how it affects everybody around us.
Some of the benefits that we saw from the training were specifically getting at the registration process, which we found was at the beginning had over 100 steps to it, and at the end had less than 50 steps to it.
Step back and take a look at your work process and say, how can we make this better?
The biggest change for us was just getting the right steps with the right departments.
By utilizing those subject matter experts within the company that are fully versed and knowledgeable, you're going to gain a better understanding of what needs to happen in terms of changing the process to better fulfill whatever your end result needs to be.
By making a few small changes, we can make all of our lives a whole lot easier.
I'd definitely say that it's changed the way that I think about stuff, and I'm always thinking, how few steps can we take to get to where we need to be?
When some people hear the word lean, there's a fear that, hey, I'm going to lose my job, the company's going to downsize. That is not what this program is about. What lean is a problem-solving tool that all employees can use when evaluating their process. We look at the process steps and not the people. We look at the inefficiencies in the process to make them better. And it's a chance for employees to learn new skills so that when they face problems in the future, they can go and address them.
If we look at our parents as customers, we want to make the registration process as efficient for them as possible and to make us more efficient with our time so that we can do more value-added kinds of things.
We were typically in a 6 to 8 week delivery time frame, and our problem that we were faced with was the amount of time that it took to move the product from point A to point B, and we wanted to reduce that time.
So for the lean process to work for you, you need to have the 3 Ps. The first one being you need to have a process. Any type of activity where you have a series of steps that at the end provide you with customer service or a product. The second P is, do you have a problem? Do you have errors in your system? Do you have workers that are frustrated by what's happening, maybe inefficiencies, customer complaints? The third P is, do you have willing participants? Sometimes we get people who, no matter what, they're not going to allow it to succeed. So do you have people who are willing to look at their process critically and make changes to improve?
We had a good team in place, and the lean process allowed us to enhance that teamwork atmosphere and allowed us to really communicate as a group. And by having our DMACC facilitators here as a fresh perspective and a fresh set of eyes on what we were trying to accomplish, they saw things that we ourselves weren't able to identify.
Going through this training, employees get an opportunity to talk about what they do and justify what they do and challenge each other. Is there a better way to doing it?
The process, I wasn't quite sure how it would work, particularly in the beginning when we were mapping out all of the steps for the registration process. But as you work through that, and particularly as you look back, we are aware that there's no other way to get to the other parts unless you go through that laborious process of mapping everything out.
Pretty soon we had the whole flow of a job through Stelter up on the wall. I think it was over like 300 steps, and actually seeing it from start to finish and like where the decision points were and things that we were going to change moving forward. I think it helped the whole group see it up on the wall and find where the holes were and what we needed to start fixing.
We will schedule a meeting after the training with you to walk you through what a follow-up session looks like. In a follow-up session, we bring all the team members back together and we review all the steps necessary to get you to your future state. How do you implement that future state map? What we're going to do is develop an action plan. And an action plan is a list of steps to get you from the current state to the future state, where team members are assigned tasks and deadlines for completing those action steps.
Once we got all those items put in place, I can't even remember what the old way was anymore, because now this is the way.
If I can walk up to you after this process and ask you, is your job better today than it was yesterday? And you answer yes, then we've been successful.
Looking at a way to lean the process down is well worth everyone's time.
If there is any organization out there today that has a specific process that they want analyzed and looked at, I would wholeheartedly endorse this process of utilizing DMACC's LEAN program.